evening. I've been working my brains out here glazing. No, literally, my brains out. Quite nearly. I'm working on the zombie issue right now. And I'm having a hard time getting that, how should we say, je ne sais quoi, between the rotting flesh and the mottled wax look of the recently risen dead. As you can tell, I've been brushing up on my horror movies to kind of get that feel going. And I've got to say, I wish I was further ahead. I'm not going to lie to you. I have 88 to do. And I have 13 done. Now, wait a minute. Before you go jumping on me going, 13? You've had 3 whole days by yourself. And that could be the problem. You see, my mate has done a bit of traveling. And there's some more traveling in her future, too. And that's fine. I'll have more days of nothing but glazing. And so I've kind of said, you know, it's the first 3 days of vacation. I mean, tonight's the first time I think I've put on pants in, well, at least 12 hours. And I know, TMI. Right now there are people out there gouging their eyes out just thinking about that. No! My favorite, of course, is the morning coffee. Sitting on the porch in the privacy of my own home, why bother? Well, there is that little downside of when your neighbor comes over and asks about the mowing on his side of the lot. And, yeah, that was not good. I, of course, enjoyed my coffee in Danish, but I think he was going to bring his up. But that's fine. Hey, my dogs don't care. Well, at least if they do care, they are telling me about it as long as I keep feeding them delicious treats and food. Right now they're both sacked out after our little 100-and-something degree heat index today. I think it only reached like 95, but it only felt about 130, just south of, I don't know, the dark nether realm of heat. I did a bit of errands, and that was good. 2 days ago we did a bit of canceling and a bit of reservations in preparation for the first annual non-string camp something. We don't even know what to call it anymore. It's going to be basically 2 old buggers heading out to go do a bunch of, swimming, if we can keep people from, I don't know, harpooning us, a bit of kayaking, a bit of camping, a whole lot of eating, and probably some napping. I know, I like to party like an animal. When I say party, I mean sleep for 3 and 4 hours at a time. But that's kind of on the agenda. And my father has said that, yes, there are wolves being heard up where we're going. But luckily, from my mouth to your lips, the large black bear has not been sighted in quite some time. My dad's been looking around to make sure there's no prints and scat, and he says he hasn't seen anything new or fresh, so we're hoping he's moseyed his delightfully bare buttocks up into the northern realms. Don't get me wrong, I love a good bear. But, boy, that sounded filthy. But I prefer them into the high country, rather than, I don't know, strolling up in the middle of the night when I'm sitting on the deck looking at the lovely stars and going, you're tasty, no antlers, no hooves, no claws, just gushy on the inside. No, that's not a good thing for me. So, we've been preparing for that. As I said, my mate's been traveling as well as my kid. And so I've had a bit of time. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, God, wolf unsupervised.
Don't worry, I'm scared too.
For chaos is unbelievable. And it's true. We have, my son and I have barbecued a number of things for 2 nights.
The unborn.
Oh, it was very delicious. We had apple sausages. And, tonight we ended up actually splurging because it's too hot to grill, it's too hot to cook, it's too hot to order out. So just went up the road to the Italian restaurant up there, and I gotta tell you, the ravioli is absolutely out of this world, and the cannolis, oh, baby, they're good. But we had that, and of course came back and continued glazing. Well, because I have to. Speaking of which, we're going to continue to bang out glazing. Hopefully next Wednesday, maybe, if you're good, or if you're not good and need to be punished. We're going to be gutting the kiln room out. Well, my son will be gutting the kiln room, and I'll be selecting, throw this out, put that downstairs, while glazing. Because, let's face it, it's a filthy job, and, well, somebody's got to do it. And, well, I'm the guy to do it. So, anywho, it's been a kind of a relaxing and yet stressful at the same time. I have absolutely loved the new wolf hours, because, I'll get up for a while in the morning, and then, like, between 1 and 3-ish, 4-ish, we'll have a nap, and then work until 2 in the morning. So that's been kind of a nice, that's my body schedule. Is anybody out there have, like, screwed up sleep cycles when you have vacation? Like, you go back to your primal need. And I'm glad I'm not doing my original winter primal need, which is sleep 23 hours, get up, whiz on something, eat something, fall back down. Not really good in the winter run. And spring, well, as far as I know, I was speaking to my son about that last night when it was 85 degrees at 9 o'clock at night, and we're sweating our brains out going, did spring get canceled? Did we miss the email on that? Somehow the announcement came on the news. We didn't hear that spring was canceled. Well, anywho, I'm going to get back to, this guy looks entirely too healthy. I mean, agreed, besides the brain sticking out, I think he needs a bit of greens and browns. If you have any suggestions on what the recently animated dead should look like, I don't know, turn to your spouse or best friend or whoever else you wish me to try to do some coloration of, let me know. Tag me in. Give me a roar on this, because I got to tell you, with 88 shots, it's like a marathon. For me, it's the closest thing to exercise I get. Literally. I mean, I also often take long romantic walks to the fridge. There is the occasional dash to the nether realm to, shall we say, eliminate some tensions. But for the most part, that's as much as exercise as I get. Oh, and lifting 12 ounces. I've heard that's a really popular exercise routine among my followers. So, for those of you out there exercising, take it easy on yourself. Don't sprain a wrist. And for those out there enjoying your beach and your camping and all the rest, I love your posts. Keep them coming. I feel like I have company here. And that, I think, has been my Facebook issue. Or addiction. Or preoccupation. All right. So let's just admit openly this once that maybe I could slack off on beating up my sons about, spending from Friday night to Sunday morning doing a new video game and have to beat all the levels. I don't get that. I'm not connected that way. And they're like, see, you're on Facebook. I said, wait a minute. I'm only on Facebook in the morning, and then right before bed, and during my breaks, and lunch. And if I get up in the middle of the night and get a glass of water and the light's green, I push it. Okay, so maybe there's something a little addictive about it. But at least I'm not blowing things up, all right, and shooting things and all that. Instead, I'm actually tuning into your lives, which I have to say, some of them have been really great, and I really do enjoy it, especially the don't put dogs in a hot car. And yes, my post had basically said, womp on them, stick them in the hot car, call the police, and give the dog something nice, cool, and delicious. I back that up. I stand by that. Humiliate the crap out of them. Film them. Call 911. Get people involved. We've got to stop the dogs from getting roasted this summer. It's going to be awful. And that includes your grandparents, your infants. No creature alive should be in a 165-degree car for any length of time. That's insanity. I've liked those posts. And I've also enjoyed the post of seeing where you guys are on vacation while I'm here glazing. It makes me feel like I actually have a life. Anyway, it has been a pleasure this evening, and we thank you for tuning in, and keep those comments coming. You can hit me on the Mark Shearer end, and you can hit me on the Solstice Born Pottery end. Either or. My son's more partial to the Solstice Born Pottery end because he gets to comment on things and keep touch on things and get his fingers in things. Whereas with mine, he doesn't have that opportunity. Oh, don't even look at me that way, Spider Lord. I've seen you on my posting.
That just sounded filthy.
It does sound filthy.
Getting my fingers into things. Delicious.
As long
And meanwhile, there you are, getting your hands all wet and slimy again.
Yeah. Yeah, but the problem with that is, son, you've had your fingers in your little spider pots all of your life. Well, that's why I'm saying they can talk to me if they'd like to, as well as Solstice Born. And yes, we are one and the same, but we're different. Remember, I'm a Solstice child. I was born on June 21st, early in the morning, so I'm neither Gemini or Cancer. I'm a little of both and neither. So let's not confuse Solstice Born with me, because we're the same thing, but a little different. All right. For those of you who know me, I'm a lot different. As a matter of fact, the last thing I'll leave you is with a horror show, because I'm going to stand up and he's going to film it, and then we're going to cut, because it's something that, like the Yeti, you will rarely see. Ever.
If you have small children in the room, now would be the time to divert their eyes.
Yes. I have legs, and I'm wearing shorts. No one sees me in shorts. So, there, I'm going back against my table to hide my legs. But I was questioned today on Facebook on whether or not, when we do these videos, if I have anything below my rib cage. If I'm possibly a animatronic that's just kind of propped up on the table. No, I do have legs, and they're normally covered in multiple layers of, let's see, leather, denim, mainly denim.
Clay.
Shorts, clay, yeah. Shorts or a kilt. Love a good kilt. But shorts, not so much. But tonight my son went, oh my God, your shorts. Anywho, it has been a pleasure entertaining you this evening. At least I hope you found something fun about this. In the meantime, hydrate, relax, and stay out of the sun, my little night breeds. You be well. Talk to you soon.